Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Trivet Nuts. I'm John. The subject of today's tutorial is the 11-strand odd irregular Sennit, which is asymmetrical, so it's a little odd. Most Sennit that you see is symmetrical. I mean, it's, layers, same on each side. This is not, and it has a nice texture to it. I decided to use it as the third layer of Sennit in from the outside of this frame that we're working on. I'm going to be doing other tutorials on other component pieces of the frame to include features that go on the front of it as well. Before we get started, I want to remind you that this is a pretty new channel, so subscribe, like, and share. I also have a new sponsor. Well, it's not a new sponsor, it's new because it's a new channel, but it is my only sponsor, and it's Nautical USA. At the end of the video, you're going to see not really a link because you kind of can't click links in here, but there's spelled out Nautical USA, so you can go there and check out the sample pack, other things that are available on the channel, and if you use the discount code TRIVETUSA, you'll get a 10% discount. Not too shabby. On to the tutorial. All right, folks. Let's tie some 11-strand, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 11-strand odd irregular Sennit. This is from Gromont and Hensel's Encyclopedia of Fancy Knots and Rope Work. And it goes like this. And for what it's worth, this is going to be the component piece that is the third layer of Sennit in from the outside on this frame that we're working on. So the outside line, you can start left or right, but if you do, and you do a left-handed one, actually where you start with your right hand, it's just going to be a mirror image of this because this is an asymmetrical Sennit. So 1 over 2, under 1, and over 1. Then from the right, 1, under 3, and over 3. And again, and again, and again, and again. 1 over 2, under 1 over 1, and 1 under 3, and over 3. Now, if you tie this, and you choose to tie this Sennit, and you use any other line, I think, than this, it'll be easier. This is 4.5 millimeter, very hard laid cotton line, and you will watch me pulling very hard to get this tight. So 1 over 2, under 1 over 1, then under 3 and over 3. So to get this to lay in right, you really got to yank on it. I'm going to tie it for a few, and I'll speed this up at some point to keep from boring you to tears with the repetitiveness of it, but I want you to see how this pattern forms. It really is a nice looking, and the asymmetry of it is something that I find very appealing. Most Sennit that you see is very symmetrical. So this kind of has a little bit of a different look to it. And I like the strong texture of this. I think those such as myself who have this opinion, I like the strong texture in a lot of Sennits. I mean, Russian's a very smooth Sennit, and it's nice looking, but it's just smooth. And it is beautiful. But once again, it's like it's almost flat, which has a lot of good characteristics to it. This particular one, or just an idea in general, okay, of highly textured Sennits, I think is the difference between a person who makes their beef stew and chops the vegetables versus mincing the vegetables. I like chopping. There's an analogy for you. Sorry, I can't go a day without a good analogy. That's mine for the day. Put check mark by that. Over 2, under 1, over 1. Under 3, over 3. Over and over and over again. That's the one thing about tying Sennit is you are doing a repetitive exercise, but it's enjoyable. So here's how the finished product looks up really close, high res. The next picture shows how it's positioned in relation to the other Sennits that I've tied for the frame, it being the one on the top, even though that's the closest inboard of these three starting from the outside. And don't forget to check out Nautical USA, and if you decide to place an order, you're going to get a discount if you use Trevette USA. See you next time.